What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm here to discuss the craziness that is the Tau Railgun. So yesterday we have an article on the Warhammer community that showcased this awesome piece of war gear for the Tau, the Railgun, and what insanity it can do. So just to go over it really quickly, because I already have a video that goes over it more in depth, so link will be down at the end of the video, so you guys can check it out. But for now, we're here to discuss everything about the Railgun. It's crazy, it's bonkers, it's stupid. Range 72, heavy 1, strength 14, minus 6 AP, D3 plus 6 damage, with it being able to ignore invuln saves, and if it wounds, it does an extra 3 mortal wounds on top of that. That's nasty, that's disgusting, that is awesome. I love it. Mainly because I'm a Tau player. It's really good. Like, if you're going to be going against a tank-heavy army, expect to see this if your opponent is the Tau. Now, is it too OP? Is it too strong? Some could argue yes, some can argue no. What I think is it's not that crazy. Yes, it's like a 9 on the crazy meter, because it's strength 14, ignores invulnerable saves, and those extra 3 mortal wounds is just that extra slap to the face. But it's only one attack, and one attack that can miss. However, it does have that other ability that lets you re-roll one attack, or one miss from the broadside, or from the hammerhead. So yeah, you could miss, but chances are you'll probably hit again. Which, that's great, I love it. Yeah, that is a lot of damage. So basically what GW is saying is, hey, we've got a shit ton of hammerheads that we need to sell. Let's sell them at the beginning of the year where everybody's all, moneyed out due to the holidays. So they're smart. GW is smart. I definitely expect them to nerf it in the following months. But once the codex drops for the Tau, the 9th edition one, expect this to be seen on tabletops everywhere. It's funny because for some reason I'm usually #1 target in my play group when I'm playing, no matter what army it is. And my buddies, it's like, they said, now we're really gonna target me. If I thought it was bad before, just wait. So how many of you guys are happy to play the Tau, but also dying inside knowing that you're enemy #1? But still, that's just more fuel to the flame to see them blow up when I use these hammerheads against them. I don't have a hammerhead now myself, but I will be trying to find one. So let's go on over to the YouTube comments to see what you guys are thinking about this insane weapon for the Tau. Reject Omen says, it's honestly not that busted, to be honest. Just gonna make people use terrain and cover instead of yeeting their dudes down the middle of a road. It's also probably gonna cut down on the number of twin Volkite contemptors in every single tournament, so that's good. Yeah, twin Volkite contemptors are nasty, and with this thing being able to basically crack them open like eggs, yeah, they definitely gotta go from terrain to terrain until they find that, sweet spot. But even then, like, if they're able to shoot and they can't take down the hammerhead, then it's gonna retaliate in hard. Kairudo84 says, GW business plan is to buff insert faction name. People buy a lot of models. Months later, GW releases a rule update that nerfs the new faction. People cry. Yeah, you are 100% correct. And we all fall for it, time and time again. I don't know what else to say, dude. Like, you hit the nail on the head with that one. Lord of Swarm says, broken, but still glad that I modeled my hammerhead with a railgun instead of an ion cannon. Hey, who knows? Because in the article it says that it's not the only one to get a major buff. So the ion cannon may be being upgraded to another powerful version of itself, or maybe we get to experience another weapon become nasty. I can't wait to see what it is, but my money's on the ion cannon. Jonathan Camp says, for an army that only damages in one phase, I hope so. So Yes, the Tau don't really have too much going for them in melee. They're not psychers. So yeah, their damage only comes in the shooting phase and I guess your opponent's charge phase, because a lot of these guys can Overwatch for free. So it's a welcome addition, I think. Matt Zander says, I mean, yeah, it's strong as hell, but it's heavy one. One hit only if I'm correct. So sure, it's great for taking out enemy tanks, stupidly OP models like Primarchs and such. However, it's not practical for taking out mass infantry or units. Plus, this will paint a big red target on whatever model uses this weapon. There are plenty of ways to kill off something like that. Using cover goes a long way too. Exactly correct. It's not overpowered because it is a huge glaring kill me now model on the battlefield. So the stronger the model, the less likely it will stay on the battlefield until the end of the game. So it's going to be heavily targeted. You only get one shot, which you could miss, and if the targeting array doesn't help you, then you just lost all those points. And if you are going against a horde army, such as orcs, Tyranids, they do have the one command point stratagem, but at best you're only able to take out 8 models. So don't bring 3 hammerheads. Like, plan accordingly to what you think you're going to be fighting. If you don't know, I'd always say at least one of these is almost like an auto include in every army, because how many armies don't have like monstrous creatures or vehicles or anything like that? So yeah, you're onto something, Matt. Brandon says, well, at least it got buff. Now what does the rest of their armory look like? That's true, because if this thing is getting buffed and we know that another thing is also going to get a huge buff, for the most part they're getting a lot of buffs for the Tau. Like, they are going to be a meta army this edition, because battlesuits can now shoot in combat like vehicles can. The Flamer got upgraded, the Burst Cannon I believe got upgraded, the standard Tau troop weapons, the Burst or the Pulse Rifle and the Pulse Carbine also got updated. So we're sitting good. Like, the Tau are going to be doing what they do best more often, and that's shoot and hurting things. The Inquisition says, so what I'm picking up on what you're putting down is that invuln saves won't work, and a minimum of 3 damage is mortal wounds? I don't know if I should say God bless America or for the greater good. Honestly, it's a little bit of both. Thank capitalism for GW trying to sell the Railgun, and thank the Tau for having the Railgun. Asian Tricks says, if you want to one-shot most dreadnoughts, look no further. True. If I was going up against a player that likes to use the Tau, a lot of my armies that are Space Marines use a lot of dreadnoughts, so I would be in trouble. Mario Gotskar says, just know, everything that practically ignores any save throws and invulns is just bad design. I can see that. I mean, yeah, you're taking away a lot of integral parts of the game, such as invulnerable saves, armor saves, and that, but it's just one shot. Like, the thing that annoys me is that this gun isn't, I mean, it's great, but it could have been so much worse. Look at the Eradicators for the Space Marines. They basically are a 24-inch, was it 24 or is it 36? It's like a really strong, like, melt-a-gun, essentially. And they come in groups of 3, so I think that's scarier than what this thing can do. And lastly, we'll end it by Mage Armil saying, Catan still laugh at it. Well, they generally are great versus the Tau. Yeah, you're true. I mean, Catan can only take so many wounds per phase, so it doesn't matter if you're dealing out 12 wounds with this bad boy, you're ignoring 8 of them. And since the Tau can't deal damage reliably in melee, and they have no psychic powers, Catan are here to stay all game, pretty much. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think? Is it too overpowered? Is it just right? Is it gonna get nerfed to the ground? Should you save your wallets after the holiday season and not overbuy the Railgun equipped models? Because there are quite a bit. The Storm Surge has one, the Tidewall has one, broadsides can take them, Pathfinders can take rail rifles. Obviously they're not going to be as strong as the Railgun, but it's still a rail weapon and I expect it to be pretty crazy as well. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you down in the comments. This has been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you then.